Welcome to game number 1 here this year at Allstate Arena. Let's have a look at our Wolves starters and scratches. They're presented by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Move better, live better. Visit ibji.com. Dmitry Yaskin on the left side. Mark Mancari returns. He is on the right. And Corey Locke in the middle. Those two did play together at junior in Ottawa. On defense, you got Taylor Chorney and David Shields, and Jake Allen, who had a wonderful start this year in San Antonio, gets the nod in net. Scratches tonight: Kate Fairchild, Brett Ponich, Shane Harper, Chris Porter, Sergei Andronov, Cody Beach, Yannick Neu, and Sebastian Wanstrom.
Our Allstate goaltender matchup, Allstate, Chicago's own good hands. 8 days ago, these two went head-to-head. Jake Allen gets the call once again for the Wolves. He stopped 41 that night in the win. For Chicago, Dove Grummett-Morris gets the call for San Antonio. He suffered the loss, stopping 21 of 23. Welcome to Allstate Arena for the Wolves opening night, presented by LifeSource. Glad to have LifeSource back partnering up with the Wolves this season. Look for future blood drives as the home cooking gets underway for John Anderson. He went over the numbers. A lot of success in this building, including winning 3 of the 4 championships on home ice.
The guys have to enjoy playing the game of hockey. Any athlete wants to be able to have fun, and John brings that every day. And that will, I think, complement this very talented team. So look forward to a good year here this year with John back at the helm.
Sean Davis, the lone referee this evening. Alex Stagnon and Al Stensland work the lines as there's a little bit of debris on the ice in front of Dove Grummett-Morris's crease, and they're just kind of cleaning that up. That's the delay here. Actually, some water. They're squeegeeing the front of the net. You don't want that in the offensive zone as you take a look at some of the new faces for the Wolves. And on the back end, that's the veteran defenseman, Taylor Chorney, the most experienced with 6 years pro.
Well, we saw that in game 1, to be honest with you. 2-1 victory for the Wolves, same thing.
Corey Locke winds, fires, kicked away, big rebound in the slot, and the defense bails out the netminder as Joey Krabs sent it up ice, and now Howden in full flight. Allen has stopped, another rebound in the slot, and a stop by Allen. It would have been a hand pass.
There we go.
And now we're going to get some rough stuff.
Petrovic Shields. Boy, ended in action though. Good shot by Corey Locke and a huge rebound. You'd hope that rebound would go to a little stick, but it did not. And in turn, the Rampage came up the ice, and because of that activity around Jake Allen, this little fracas has taken place. Some big bodies, both defensemen involved for the Wolves here. Mike Motto up on the rush too, a defenseman. So actually Petrovic too, all 4 defensemen are in on that. You only get 4 defense on the ice usually, and that was all 4 huddled around Jake Allen and having a little bit of a word or two. Here is the rush up the ice, the shot stopped, but look at that big rebound come out. Knocked down with a glove hand from Matsumoto to Petrovic, so the whistle did go, would not have counted, as this puck was knocked out of midair down to the ice and then touched. And the action occurred after that, so you got Petrovic and Chorney.
And it squirts past Chorney out. Jake Allen has to go get that puck because the Wolves decided to change up the power play personnel.
So Chorney looked down the ice and just, I guess, hoped that would be the case.
Rattie a tip, just missing on a beautiful throw to the OT. Now Locke shoots, he scores! Corey Locke has points in 3 straight games, and for the second time he opens up the scoring this season against San Antonio.
He had vision of this biscuit, and he wanted it more than anybody else. Just a little bit of a poke as it laid there. Grummett-Morris, his head was into the net area. His legs were extended in the crease, but he had no idea where the puck was. There's the initial rush. Pass just missed by Rattie. It'll go back to the front of the net, and there it lays. And you can see out of nowhere, Rallo's trying to get back. He sees the puck, but there is Locke coming in and just pokes it over top of the sprawled Grummett-Morris, who had no idea where that puck was with his body in the net. Some things never change.
Hit from behind, and that will get called as Shattuck buried to the backboard.
Yeah, careful, you get the power play here.
Maybe not now, as Tim Miller trying to step up for his man. And
here we go.
Shattuck's going to go after Racine. Shattuck, who's on the receiving end of the hit from behind, taking the law into his own hands now with the defenseman Racine, who lands a couple, knocks off Shattuck's helmet.
This, Jason, to me, is the only time fighting should be allowed. I like this. You know, there's a situation that occurs, you come and defend yourself, or take on that guy that hit you. I hate the showmanship of, we see a lot in the National League where guys peel off and do their whole thing and fight. That was a situation where a guy got hit, they came up, they wanted to fight, and to me, that's the only time it should be allowed. So there's the hit from behind, and that is the initial call. Shattuck goes and talks. Miller comes into play, and then Shattuck...
Miller's going to negate the power play.
So that's Racine and Shattuck going at it. And as you mentioned, Wolves were going to the power play, and not the best time to... In a tight game, 1-0 lead, and a battle in front.
Wolves clear, a chance for him to grab it. Nice pick off there by Canone. Gets it off to Longpre shot, block, stays with it, and put it right through the top of the crease, too high for Ty Rattie. Canone and Rattie keep it in. Rattie's shot, a quick release, hit the back glass. Now Rattie controls once again to the point. Over it, gives it back to Rattie. Out in front, off of Longpre, but wide. Hakanpää will pin. Hit by Petrovic. Now coming away with it, Longpre. He moved away from the check attempt from Petrovic. Right to the point. Canone, the forward, mans it over to Oberg. A shot, they score! A tip by Ty Rattie. His first goal with the Wolves.
I honestly was thinking his whole shift and watching what he was doing with the puck, and you can tell that this kid has a lot of skill. And he's really, I think, getting a feel for the game in the American Hockey League. And it's not easy. It's a big jump. These guys can play. And this is what we used to see from the likes of Darren Haydar and Mark Mancari. Great vision, hand-eye coordination, and a terrific redirect there, just under the bar. No chance for Grummet Morris, but it was everything he was doing prior to all that to keep plays alive in the offensive zone.
He was on the top two lines in that game against Texas. John Anderson moved him off the line, and he said, as soon as we did that, it's like we took the pressure off of him having to be an offensive player, and then he started to play to his strengths. That shift you were just talking about, playing to his strengths. Back at Allstate Arena on the home opener, presented by Life Source. Wolves leading 2-0 on the Rattie goal. The assist go to Oberg and Canone as the Rampage able to break out off the D-zone faceoff. Jed Ortmeyer run into by Chorney. Strong game by Chorney, who rims it back behind his net. David Shields hit by Ortmeyer as the Rampage sit up in the forecheck and a chance on the front. And skips through, they score. Ortmeyer from the tough angle, got it home. And the Rampage pull back within one on Jed Ortmeyer's first of the year.
Interesting play that really took place. Butler had that puck and he had a good situation, but he fanned on it and lost control of it, but it dribbled to the front of the net. And Ortmeyer, who starts to play in the corner, will peel off his check and get to the puck. And he just pinches at it on the backhand, and somehow it had eyes through Allen. And a big goal for the Rampage to get within one.
Second it was out by Longpre. One shot for San Antonio on the power play. They're now 0 for 2 on the night as Hansen back on the ice, and boy, it was a beauty for Matsumoto. Butler working in. His pass broken up by Edmondson, led out to center for Mark Mancari on the breakaway. Mancari, deep scores! How do you like me now?
That was close to being outside, and I wondered why Nathan Longpre, who collected the puck, I'm not sure if it was rolling, why he took so long to head man it. I pointed to you, the play was going on, I'm pointing to you that Mancari's gone. They got to look at this. And it eventually did take place, and what a great move. That's a sweet move. He uses it often. Just a little bit of a head fake and slides it underneath. Now here's the challenge by Chorney. Puck springs loose. Here comes the stop. Big when it was. It goes through. That was prior to all that action. And here is Nathan Longpre with a puck as he slides it all the way up. And that was very close. And in fact, Mark Mancari had to wait for that puck to get to him.
A lethal goal scorer, Mark Mancari, his 8th game against the Rampage in his career, but the first time he's lit the lamp against them. Rallo now quickly works in. Edmondson blocked that. So a couple of big defensive plays by Edmondson lost in all those highlights too.
True.
40 seconds to go in this one, down by 2 as Allen has to adjust the gear. Shore and a coin on the face-off. A coin tried to kick it to the backboard, where it's picked up by Corey Locke off the glass. Otto able to keep it alive. And now it's Shore centering out in front. And another stop at the doorstep by Allen. Goes again on the receiving end of a delicate fade.
Now it starts, the Wolves win the draw, and they win it nicely. And Corey Locke has some time with the puck, but he elects to go back up against the grain to the point to Otto. I thought maybe he would take this puck. Watch him here. He's going to collect it. Go back around the net. He's got no pressure on him there. Go back on your forehand, head up, and see what's going to happen. He didn't, and turned his body, went back to point. Did not get it out. Chance against.
It'll be Bolduc this time of the face-off against Shore. And Bolduc quickly kicked out. Tim Miller will draw the assignment. Miller pulled the puck towards the boards. He chases it down off the glass, but not out. Mata holds his own. Bolduc took it from there towards the empty net. That misses. Icing negated as it's picked up by Longpre.
There's a situation where the rule benefits the team trying to ice it, and when you get a man ahead, it's not going to be called. Empty net.
Miller working along the end wall with Longpre. Final 5 seconds now as the long lead pass. Icing waved off, and the Wolves will pick up a win on the home opener. John Anderson's return to the Chicago bench is victorious, much like the last time when he was hoisting the Calder Cup.